Hello everybody, my name is Python and welcome back to another episode of Python's Realm. We are on the 13th episode, my friends, and in the last episode we reached well over 1,000 likes, which is very much appreciated. Thank you so much for that. And of course, guys, if you do still enjoy Python's Realm and you want to see more, do be sure to leave a like rating. Now, today we are going to be starting a new project, and it's going to be done in the desert biome because, ladies and gentlemen, I have a vision, okay? I have a vision. We can have ourselves two fortresses on either side of this massive crevice right here, okay? And they can be linked by some sort of like background wall. And basically the materials I'm wanting to use is a combination of red bricks, which is crafted at a furnace with 2 clay blocks. And I also want to use sandstone and hardened sand blocks, because I honestly feel like these are all going to go really well together, because they've all got the same sort of similar haze of colors, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I really want to go ahead and try something completely different. I want to do something that's out of my comfort zone, something that hopefully you guys are going to enjoy, and hopefully I'm going to enjoy it too, because I don't think I've really built a base in a desert biome before, so it's going to be something different, my friends. It's going to be something pretty freaking awesome. But as with all builds, we need to go ahead and prepare the land first. So let's just go ahead and inspect the damage, inspect the landscape around here, see what is going on. Okay, well, it's not that bad. It's actually reasonably flat already. I feel like we don't have to do a great deal to the terrain itself to actually make this place look decent. So I'm thinking we go ahead and maybe start from here, and we are going to do a massive flattening montage, and then I'll bring you guys back once we're ready to build the frame of the bases. Well guys, I just survived a blood moon and, well, basically farmed out a crap ton of people, and as a result I got myself a bunch of banners, which are really good for farming purposes because I can kill people quicker, thus more people spawn. And, well, as a result, I managed to get myself a decent amount of stuff. Antline mandibles, we've got ourselves shackles all over the place, and a black lens. So, the good thing about this is, because we've obtained it now, we won't have to obtain it later when we may want to make the optic staff a bit later, you know what I'm saying? So, it's good that we managed to get it now, and not later, basically. So, anyway, yeah, I thought I'd bring you back at the same time for a progress update to say that this entire desert biome has pretty much been smoothed out, apart from this section past where the meteor was there. I'm thinking of making something out of this area here, which is where the meteor was. But in the meantime, my friends, we will be focusing on this particular area right here. So, we've got ourselves red bricks, we've got ourselves hardened sand, and we also have ourselves sandstone blocks. So, here we go. Can you, like, get out of here, please? You see, this is the problem with having a completely flat platform with, like, a massive gaping hole in the ground. There's going to be a lot of peeps, probably. Alright, so now we have the task of trying to make ourselves a bit of a fortress. So I'm thinking we start off with one material, and then as we go along we can potentially, like, I don't know, maybe like add more materials as we go. So yeah, but one thing I do know is the fact that we are going to need ourselves a lot of clay. There's going to be a lot of clay involved in this build, my friends, because not only do we have this side to build, we have this side to build as well. So yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting, but as I said, we're going to use ourselves a variety of materials. So let's try our hand at making this look a little bit messier. So something like this. Yeah, kind of nice, man. I'm liking that so far. Alright, so maybe our entrance can be like here. And I'm thinking, in terms of the doors, what we could actually do is use those massive doors. For those of you guys who remember my summoner playthrough, I had myself a greenhouse whereby I could just automatically get in and out, because I had these special doors which were actually like gates. So I'm thinking of going with that again, because I really like the gates. Let's go ahead and mine this out real quick, and we'll put the heavy workbench right there, and then we can go ahead and make ourselves some tall gates. We only need 2 of them, really. Actually, I'm thinking, yeah, just the 2, really. Just trying to think about it logically. I'm going to get 4 just as a just-in-case kind of thing. But, yeah, I'm thinking 4 will do the job nicely. Alright, so let's head back to the desert and let's make some progress with our first build. Alright, guys, so I thought I'd bring you back in here because I thought I'd do a little bit of building with you guys. So, as you can see, this is what I've got going so far. We've got the bottom platform here, which is kind of a messy combination of red brick, hardened sand, and hardened sandstone blocks. So, you know, things are looking good right there. But what I also thought I'd do is I also thought I'd kind of make it look like this place was sort of sand swept, as if it was caught inside of a sandstorm, which of course in 1.3. Whatever it was, sandstorms are now an event. It's 1.3.3, isn't it? Yeah, that's the one. Dang it! I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, I thought I'd make this place look a little bit more realistic with regards to making it look like it's being sort of sand swept or a little bit decrepit, as it were. So yeah, as you can see, we're just in the process of adding a little bit of sand here and there, and you know, just a combination of different things. And what I'm hoping will happen is an emerging theme will start to appear. So as we go along, I kind of want to try this out real quick. Mudstone blocks alongside the red brick. Now I've got to say, that looks pretty decent. I'm actually kind of a fan of that. It kind of gives it a ye olde feel, doesn't it? And that's kind of the feel that I'm trying to go for right here. So I've got to say, I'm a big fan of this one. So okay, let's just do it right here real quick. Yeah, look at it, man. Alrighty guys, so we've got another progress update, and this one is to say that we've pretty much got the frame of the left-hand side, well, the NPC section anyway, pretty much done. So here's the plan. You see we've got these two towers here. This one is going to sort of end abruptly, but this one here is going to go slightly taller so we can make the sort of sky bridge going over the massive chasm here. So yeah, honestly, once you guys see the finished product, it will be absolutely amazing. I won't be able to get it done in one episode though, my friends, because that would just take quite literally hours upon hours upon hours upon work. So, yeah. We're going to go ahead in the meantime and just get the NPC section up and running, just so we can, you know, get some new NPC... Oh, dang it, I didn't actually mean to do that. I wanted to get mudstone walls. There we go. Mudstone walls. 136. Nice one. Okay, let's get some stone walls. And maybe also some wood walls. There we go. Alright, looking good, my friends. So now we have to try and figure out some sort of wall for this base. So let's go ahead and first of all fill in where the torches are. There we go, looking good. You can see I've actually removed one of these little sticky out bits here because it didn't really make sense for it to be there. So, you know, that's a thing. But yeah, let's go ahead and see about getting these little NPC house areas up and running. Alright, so let's get this done here. Alright, looking good. Let's have that, and that. And then maybe we can have like regular stone walls in the middle. Yeah. That's actually working quite nicely, isn't it? Look at it. It's quite a nice subtle difference between the two textures, between the mudstone and the regular stone walls. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. That's actually gone a lot better than I first thought it would. So, yeah, really happy about it. Okay, so let's keep ourselves going. Aha! There we go, my friends. The mechanic has just spawned back in, and that, my friends, is absolutely fantastic. That's exactly what I needed. So, let's go over to the mechanic real quick, and let's see about buying some wiring stuff. So, we, of course, need ourselves a wrench, a wire cutter, and we are going to go ahead. Activates when a projectile touches it. Okay. What about the rest of it? Activates when stepped on. Activates when anything but a player steps on it. Okay, so that's like a weak one. Huh. Interesting. Okay. When a player steps on it, when a player steps on it, when a player steps on it. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and buy ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think? Yeah, something like that. And then, of course, no, not that. A bunch of wire. Alright, I'm not entirely sure how much I'm actually going to need, but we will, of course, find out very shortly. So, let's put a pressure plate right there. We're going to put a pressure plate right here, a pressure plate down here, and finally a pressure plate down here. Now, we can go ahead and start linking this baby up. So, let's go ahead and give it a go. I'm hoping that I'll be able to do this first time. So let's close it first of all. And we walk through it and boom, it closes behind us. Sweet. So the reason why I left a bit of a gap before, you know, before the gate in terms of the pressure plate is because if I did it too close, then the two things would activate too quick and the door essentially wouldn't close behind me. So yeah, by doing it this way, I'll be able to close the door behind me and all will be good. Alright, so let's go ahead and wire up the rest of it real quick. So let's close that, close that. In fact, no, let me just go through it real quick. And now, if we walk through, there we go, open, close, open, close. Alright, fantastic, we got it, man. That's so cool. Hey, man, we just did some freaking wiring on camera, dudes. I mean, it's like the most basic wiring in the entire world, let's be honest. But I still did wiring nonetheless, like the equivalent of Minecraft Redstone. I We'll take that, and I will roll with it. Heck yeah, buddies. Alrighty, guys, so here we are for the final progress update, which is for this particular section of the build. We are just about to go ahead and start filling in the background walls for this place, but the progress is that I've gone ahead and I've got this top room kind of sorted out, and it's looking pretty damn nice. We've got ourselves like this sort of chimney of red stone brick wall, and then at the top there, I've tried to make it look again like there's been a sandstorm and a bunch of sanders mounted up, so yeah, it's looking pretty nice. And yeah, I gotta say, I'm really happy with how this has gone. And one thing I'm also happy about is the fact that when I had a sandstorm happen not too long ago, it didn't affect me inside, which is pretty nice. So basically, I didn't get swept along inside this base. So I'm really happy that that's a thing. So yeah, really happy. Sweet. Okay, so we're just in the process of getting this final section done right here. Okay, so we'll have some redstone brick walls like so, and then we will have ourselves some regular stone walls. Okay, and they'll continue over here, and for some reason they're going outside despite me not wanting them to. Auto aim. You still have a bit of stuff that needs to be worked out, huh, Sonny? Alright, there we go, and then maybe a little bit of that. Okay, that's actually incorrect. I need to go ahead and make that all into mudstone wall. Okay, and then yeah, apart from that, everything's looking pretty good, my friends. So we're going to do the left-hand side as well, and then we'll pretty much be done with this building for now. Obviously, we need to think of a thing to put in this top area here. This is the left of the top areas, so don't forget. You know, we've still got a lot to do with this place. It is a project, and it's something that I would like to actually get done, because I haven't really done any building in the desert before, to my knowledge anyway. And not only that, but I haven't really built with red bricks before, which of course is made out of clay. So yeah, I don't know. I just find myself wanting to try different things, you know what I'm saying? I've been building with the same blocks, I feel, for many years now, and yeah, just feel like it's time for something new to come in. There we go. All right, and we've got to go over here. Nice one. And up here, and we need a little bit more in terms of stone walls, just regular stone walls. So here we go. And this should just about do it. Yeah, man. I'm liking it. I am really liking it. Really liking it indeed, in fact. All right, torch. As you can see, things are looking very nice. And you know what? I feel like something's wrong. We need to go ahead and make this look symmetrical. There we go. Fantastic. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the left-hand side is now completely done. We need to do the right-hand side and, of course, the centerpiece in a future episode. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go ahead and get back to the combat side of things, because I would like to take down the wall of flesh. I want to do it, man. I want to take down the wall of flesh and hopefully get into hard mode. So let's go ahead and do a bit of prep work. Let's get some more bridges made underground, and we're going to give this thing a go again. But before going ahead and doing any of that, we need to go ahead and make some new accessories. So let's have ourselves a fart in a jar, because, well, why not? And of course, we're going to go with one of the all-time great accessories, the obsidian shield. So there we go. Let's have ourselves a bit of that, and let's put the fart in the jar on. So now we have a bit more in terms of jump height and, you know, mobility. Oh my god, that's so perfect. Yes. That's moderately hilarious, actually. The fact that I get quite a bit of boost after jumping, and of course the fart sounds. Oh, it's so perfect. Nice. Alright, so yeah, like I said, let's go get some stuff done, shall we? Alright guys, so check it out. The traveling merchant has come along, and he's got a bunch of awesome stuff, including a cement mixer, a bricklayer, and a bunch of building materials. Arcane rune wall. I can't see myself building with that. I think I've built with it before and it didn't look too great because it's a bit too dark in my opinion. So black counterweight, that's going to be used for yo-yos eventually, so I am going to buy one of them. And I'm going to buy myself, I think I'm going to buy a stack of each of these because, well, why not? Alright, so here we go. Let's have a stack of this stuff. And a stack of blue shingles, because we might be able to make some sort of pagoda base at some point. Who knows? I certainly don't. Should we put... I don't know, man. We might find some use for these in future if we make, like, the gizmo tech, I think it's called. Something like that. You know, especially for building, it's going to be really, really useful. Oh, I didn't even need to buy the counterweight. Well, damn, I don't need it, basically. Alright, let's take that off. Take that off. That off. That off. That off. We have all kinds of crap on us. We have a warding shackle as well, so I'm going to put that in there and keep the one that we have. We do not need menacing gel. or menacing royal jail, should I say. Okay, and we also don't need another depth meter, so yeah. Okay, cool. I think we're good to go aside from that. Yeah, awesome. Alright, time to do a selling spree and time to reforge, and then it's time to get some fights going. Look at the amount of butterflies around here, man. It's crazy. Alright, so boom, 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 boom. Nice one. Alright, so 23 gold is how much we have. Plus 3, which is kind of nice. Okay, so this has got angry on it already. Obsidian shield, we will of course go ahead and reforge the get guarding. That's kind of nice. Spectre boots, let's go and reforge it. And again, guarding again is pretty nice. Worm scarf is already good. And the fart in a jar, we are hoping we're going to get something good. 1 defense. Hey, that's more like it. Sweet, man. We've got 34 defense and we've got either defense or more damage, which I'm pretty happy about. I'm really, really happy about that. Awesome. Alright guys, time to do a shadow chest opening montage. Let's get it! Ooh! Check it out guys, there's a cascade down there. Awesome, I will definitely take that. Wait, is that all going to dissipate? Yes it is. Alright, fantastic. Alright, let's go chuck that away. So we've got ourselves a voodoo doll. And yeah, we've got ourselves a cascade, which is awesome. The only thing is we don't have a yo-yo bag, so it's not going to be that great of a weapon just yet. So I don't know, maybe when it comes to hard mode we can start using it if we get a yo-yo bag. So yeah, alright, let's keep going. Oh, check it out guys, now we've got ourselves a demon scythe. Oh, mate, we are starting to get some seriously good stuff. Look at this, man. 41 magic damage, and it's demonic, so that's kind of nice, man. That's kind of nice. Aha! A dark lance. Okay, well, that's kind of cool, I guess. I'm going to need to chuck some stuff away, man. I mean, just look at the amount of stuff we have. It's too much. Too much, I say. Alrighty, guys. Well over a stack's worth of stone bricks has now been placed, and as you can see, well, pretty much nearly half of the entire world has now been bridged off in the underworld. So I'm really hoping that this is going to be enough to go ahead and take down the wall of flesh. If it isn't, I'm going to be very, very surprised. So here we go, my friends. Let's go and get this thing going. Let's buff up. And, well, you've kind of seen the fight before, so I can't imagine there's a great deal more I could show you aside from what I showed you last time. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to time-lapse this fight. So let's get it going. Alrighty guys, he is almost on easy. He's approaching less than 1,000 health, but we are starting to run out of platform. I'm using my Hellwing bow now because I completely ran out of Hellfire arrows. So here we go, my friends. Take him down. Yes! Go! Yes! Get off my back, son. You just got freaking destroyed. Oh, mate, I'm so happy with that. I'm so happy with that. Oh, yes. That was well worth it, my friends. We're now in hard mode, ladies and gentlemen. And I gotta say, I'm pretty dang happy. Yeah, buddy. Get off my back, son. Alright, man, I'm feeling pretty good about that fight right there. So without further ado, we're just gonna go ahead and get straight into opening this pack, which of course is going to grant us the Demon Heart, which will increase our accessory slots to 6, which is going to be freaking sweet. We also have ourselves a Summoner Emblem and a Laser Rifle, as well as a Pwn Hammer. So, yeah, looking good, my friends. Looking freaking sweet. So, yeah, guys, on that note, it is going to be time to end the episode. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy the episode, and of course you're excited for more, do be sure to drop a like rating, and of course you can subscribe if you want to know when the future videos are out. If you have any feedback or suggestions regarding the new desert home project, or just the desert ruins building project, I guess, then, you know, the comments area is there for that very purpose. So, yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Your support, as always, has been much appreciated, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.